I'm going to give you real life examples of women who were stuck and they were not able to achieve their goals for the longest time. And I'm going to tell you exactly what they did and how I helped them get unstuck and move towards their goals. These are my clients, and some of these techniques may actually surprise you because they go against what the fitness industry teaches as the correct thing to do. I want to talk to all you moms who are over 35, who are feeling stuck. The freaking scale won't budge. You can't seem to get consistent with healthy habits. You don't know if you're eating the right food. It's April. It is April, mamas, and your new year energy has fizzled out and you're starting to doubt if you can actually achieve those goals. I'm Ramona, the Hot Mom Coach, for those of you who don't know me, and we are live on Instafam as well. What is up, you guys? You have got to listen to this today if you are a mom over 35. And if you stick around till the end, I'm going to give away something that will no doubt change your life completely. So if you don't listen to this and you keep going down this unknown path, feeling lost, demotivated because nothing's changing at all, worst of all, what's happening is you're building this habit of quitting. So you're basically training your brain, you're teaching your brain that falling off the wagon is the normal thing to do. And mama, I do not want that for you. You are as capable as anyone else, including myself, to get to your goals. You have got to listen to what I have to say today because it is going to change your life. I guarantee it. Now, many of you have seen the freaking phenomenal transformations on my page. These women are absolutely freaking crushing it. So I'm going to share just 3 cases with you. And then if you can relate to any of these cases, just put a comment there. Okay. So I know that this is you and this is actually helping you. So first one, let's call her Mary. Okay. To protect the identity. Mary is a mom of 2. Her biggest issues were lack of time, knowledge on like what kind of foods to eat, and her energy. So she wasn't exercising at all. And she was snacking like freaking all day because it was just chaos with the kids, right? So whenever she had like a little time, she would run, stuff her face with a little snack and just move on. And she had no routine. So everything was just up in the air. And she came to me because she just didn't have the energy to deal with anything anymore. Even like walking up the stairs became really difficult for her because she was just like panting. Even when she would bend down to pick up toys and stuff, like her back would hurt, joints would hurt. And then she had this like fat accumulating on her waist. She started hiding under baggy clothes. Now, in her case, she was like skinny fat. She didn't have like tons of fat to lose, but most of it was around her waist area. And this is dangerous because this is visceral fat, like this is around your organs. It basically just puts you at like higher health risks. In her case, what we did was we actually increased her food, contrary to what most women think, I have fat, I need to eat less. We actually gave her more food. So she started at around like 1500 calories, but cleaned up her food, cleaned up her diet, kind of got her into a routine, like some kind of schedule that she could manage, and then got her all the way up to 1800 calories, and her freaking metabolism just skyrocketed. So she was just dropping fat like crazy on really high calories. Ladies, it's not always about cutting your calories. Okay, it's not always about reducing your food. In fact, if you've been eating like a bird for too long, you've probably ruined your metabolism. Kilo transformation with this client, very sexy muscle tone, and she looked completely different, like especially around her waist area, like she lost all that fat, really tightened up there. So the next client was kind of a tricky one, I'll be honest. She's close to 60. Okay, let's call her Ida. And she was stuck at like a really high body fat for years. And to add to it, she had like tons of gut issues. So when she sent me a list of foods that she had to avoid because they were triggering like things in her gut, I was like, oh boy, this is going to be quite restrictive. She was in a really good place like mentally because, stress can definitely cause inflammation and stuff. But her body was very stressed out. That had a lot of inflammation. Years of like 1,000-calorie diets, high intensity training, all that jumping shit. So in her case, again, we increased her calories and put her on what I would say like is close to a carnivore diet, but including like clean carb sources and fiber sources. We increased her fat so she could improve her hormone health and then kept her protein high as well. You guys, she built so much muscle in just like a span of few months. It is just ridiculous. And here's what's interesting. Her scale weight did drop, but it was very, very gradual. Her body and the before and after look just completely different. Lots of muscle tone, ab definition, the bloating's gone, and she's feeling freaking great because she was like really struggling with her gut issues and stuff. Every week, tweaking her calories because her body was not reacting like well to carbs, we kept moving towards like positive results. Now, with all my clients, I talk to them almost daily. They text me anytime they're stuck or they need help, because I understand accountability and support is freaking huge in this game. Okay, when you're on this journey, you really need that support. You really need someone to be like, yes, Ramona, you're going down the right path. Stay the course. So it can be very lonely, it can be very confusing. And I know this because I was stuck in that place for years. Now, last client, who is again a mom of two, super busy mom, working full time, and she had about 15 pounds to lose. She wasn't actually eating too bad, to be honest, like pretty clean, healthy food. But she had this like abdominal separation, which, some moms get. She was concerned about how to train that as well. Of course, she had like fat to lose as well. With her, the biggest changes that I made were increasing her protein, because even though she was eating clean and healthy, which I know a lot of you guys are doing, she wasn't eating the right foods. You see, the goal is always to build more muscle, because the more muscle you have, the less body fat you're going to have. It's science, you guys. More protein. She lifted weights at home like 2 to 3 times a week, and then special exercises for that ab separation. Ladies, her gap actually closed substantially and her daily life improved. So she dropped like 15 pounds. Her whole wardrobe and confidence freaking upgraded. Just phenomenal. Radical changes. So, can you imagine looking at yourself in the mirror just after a few months, and you've trusted the process, you've put in the work, and you just look in the mirror and you're like a completely different person. You just look completely different, all because you trusted yourself, you believed in yourself, and you just kept going. Most moms will start at this low point of feeling lost and unsure and anxious, and all the ones that see that glow up, they just do a few things right. If you could relate with any of these three cases, maybe your case is similar to one of my other clients who I haven't mentioned here, I want to help you out. So here's the surprise. I'm running a 4-day completely free challenge, and it's called Burn the Fat, Not the Fun. I mean it, you guys. So this is to help moms drop that body fat, build some lean muscle tone, and I am giving away all my freaking cheat codes, what has helped my clients transform. So it's 4 days of freaking fire, you guys. Killer hacks. We had so much positive feedback from the last one, actually, and moms are actually texting me and saying that they are still losing fat, like thanks to that. So we start April 14th. I will literally give you the blueprint to drop fat and tone up before the summer or winter, depending on where you are. If you want to join, we've only got a few spots left because we've had quite a few who've already signed up. Send me a message on Instagram at HotMomProject40+ with the word burn, and I will reach out. Crush your day, you guys.